Is on. Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see all of you here. Shalom to you. There is something I briefly want to show you before we go on topic. You know, for those of you that think astronomy is not important and we should not be looking at it, I want to show you something real briefly. Let me share my screen. Okay. Now, what you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, is the US debt clock. If you have never gone over there, you really should. And the address is right there, usdebtclock.org. You know, they used to have the debt clocks up out in public, but you know, America does so bad with money that they took the debt clock down, you know, trying to hide how bad they really truly are with money. And they've always been bad with money, ladies and gentlemen. There's no secret about that. So let me see here. It's not moving. It was moving. All right. Let's see if we can get it to move again. If not, I'll just have to refresh it. So, all right. It's not moving. Let me refresh it here. So we're going to go over, you know, what the Congressional Black Caucus is trying to do. And, you know, y'all, you know, just tread lightly because these folks are unfortunately filled with trickeries and they're always trying to get us to do something without them having to do anything in return. And this is how they operate in this country. Here we go. It's moving. Okay, so y'all see the debt clock. Y'all see this debt clock. So I want to show you something that pops up. Now it takes it's a delay. It takes a bit to pop up. And shout out to Nick Thomas for showing this. It doesn't come up right away, but we'll just wait. So, it's all what they're doing is almost an insult to our intelligence. And Joe Biden has taken part in separating our families and just using the harshest measures during the time of the crack epidemic to come down on our people. And, there may be some out here that forgive Joe Biden and the Democrats. I don't. Not for what they did during the crack epidemic. And the Republicans took part in this mess too. Their hands are not free of anything. They also took part in jailing our people. And it was the way they did it, y'all. It was the way they did it that was outrageous. All right, come on now. You can do it. You can do it. Here we go. Now, this is what comes up when you click on the secret window right here. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And it shows the solar system. See, you personally may think astronomy is not important. This government knows it is. Do you see this? It's the solar system. And they took part of a Bible scripture. This is on the US debt clock. And you can all go there and look at the US debt clock. Click on where it says secret window, and this will pop up. See, you may make astrology and the solar system irrelevant. This government doesn't. And they use it all the time and try to tell you if you use it is sorcery. It's, oh, that's ungodly. You shouldn't do that. But they do it. Always remember that. They always tell us not to do something, but they turn around and use it. They've been using it all along. And you know who else told us this? Big Judah. Y'all see what's on this deck clock? You see what pops up when you click on secret window? Uh-huh. Trust me, they know what's coming. They know what's coming, y'all. So those of you that don't believe these things, that's fine. You don't have to. But just know this government is heavily using this stuff. They're using it every time they want to make a move. Thank you, dark skinned brother, for the super sticker. So I wanted to briefly show you this, and you can go over there and do the same thing I did. Just type in usdebtclock.org, and then you'll see on the top right, secret window. Click on secret window, and this is what pops up. Remember, that's what Putin did before he went in on Ukraine. He used astrology. That's why he went on in there on February 22nd, 2022. That's why he went in there. He was watching the stars in the heavens before he went in and invaded Ukraine. So just remember, they hid a lot of this stuff from us, a lot of it. So I'm just going to, I just wanted to briefly show you this. I'm going to go ahead and stop and we're going to get on topic now. All right. So let me open the intended stream. Let me see the screen I wanted you to see. Wait 1 second. Go out of here for a bit. Yeah. Okay. So if you go to the White House website, the Congressional Black Caucus released a press release on December 22nd, 2023. So it reads, the Congressional Black Caucus applauds President Biden's crack cocaine clemencies and marijuana pardons. Today, Congressional Black Caucus Chairman Stephen Horsford of Nevada and members of the Congressional Black Caucus issues the following statement applauding the new clemencies and marijuana pardons by President Biden. The CBC applauds President Biden and the Department of Justice for today's granting clemency under the new DOJ sentencing guidelines to 11 individuals who have been unfairly criminalized for non-violent drug offenses. The new DOJ guidelines are a positive step forward in addressing long-standing racial disparities in crack and powder cocaine sentencings, for generations has disproportionately imprisoned Black Americans. It is our hope that clemency be granted to more Black Americans who have been criminalized by the decades old policies of the war on drug era. Additionally, the CBC applauds President Biden's proclamation to pardon marijuana offenses, including the use on federal lands, which have disproportionately incarcerated and upended the lives of far too many Black Americans by creating barriers to employment, education, and housing. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not forgive the American government for their handling of the crack epidemic. When the crack epidemic, many of you already know, was going on, if they went in a home, the cops, and one person had crack cocaine, everybody in the family got arrested. Somebody in your house may not have known you even had crack. Your mom or your grandmother, your father could have been sleeping upstairs. They snatched him out the bed and arrested them too. If you had pets in the home, they put bullets in the heads of your pets. They took your children and threw them in the system. To this very day, because of 3 strikes, you're out. There are people that their only guilt was they were strung out on drugs, still sitting in prison to this very day. Everybody went to jail, even if there were people in your family that had nothing to do with drugs. But then, as soon as the opioid epidemic hits, they get all brand new. Oh, that's a public health issue, not a crime. Nobody should go to jail. Fuck you. You destroyed our families. You destroyed our families. You mass incarcerated our people. And our community has never been the same because of the crime bill Joe Biden put out and the three strikes you're out from Bill Clinton. Y'all did a lot of harm to our community, and I will never forgive you for that. None of us should ever forgive this government for how they treated us. But now that the faces of the drug addicts have changed, all of a sudden it's not a crime and nobody should go to jail. And we're all supposed to run around with Narcan and save them when now one of them saved us. They didn't save us, but we're supposed to save them. No, I don't ever forgive it, y'all. Don't ever forgive what they did. No. Mm-mm. So that's where I stand. Yeah, well, you can give clemency, but how many people are you going to get out? Because in this statement, you're only talking about 11 people. Well, you jailed millions of our people over the years over remedial things. Thank you, Tom Slick. Keep rocking, Lisa. We need to hear it. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. So, y'all, look. All right, so you're gonna let these 11 go, but what about the millions that you put in there? And never mind the fact that marijuana is legal in many states now, and our people are still being jailed for marijuana to this very day. They're even grabbing people in states where it's legalized, and they're still putting them in jail. No, 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 we don't forgive. Y'all get the word forgiveness out of your head, especially for all of the heinous things that this government is 100% responsible for. And crack cocaine and marijuana is 100% on their heads. They'll grab, I want y'all to remember this. They'll grab a man and woman out of our community and put them in jail for marijuana, and an opioid fentanyl addict could be lying in the middle of the street, and they will take them to rehab. They won't put them in jail. They'll be all stretched out on sidewalks and everything, and they get taken for help. And a man or woman from our community could have nothing but a joint and they go to jail. I want you to really remember that. And that's what's going on even to this very day. So somebody doing a hard narcotic, go and get help. But somebody using a recreational drug, what y'all classify as a recreational drug, got to go to jail. No, you know the way they have treated us with this war on drugs, you have come down on us harder than anyone else, but yet them folks are the biggest drug addicts on the face of the earth. They are way bigger drug addicts than we ever have been. Period. Oh yeah, Ronald Reagan, I hope he is roasting in hell and screaming in agony. That's what I wish for him. Yeah, but you know what? You know what, Pandora? Thank you for bringing up Hunter being a crack addict. He's a crack cocaine addict. You know what? That was judgment on Biden's family. That's what that was for putting that crime bill out, but then he goes completely blind when it comes down to his own son. Our people to this day still go to jail over drugs. His son is a well known drug addict and he has remained free. He has never saw a day behind bars, and he's doing the same crack cocaine that our people are sitting in jail over. Okay? His son is still running free. Like I said, if Hunter was a black dude, they would have been put his butt in jail. But because he's Joe Biden's son, everybody's going blind to all the crimes he's out here doing. He's trafficking women. He's out here openly doing drugs in his car and video taping himself with a crack pipe. He's doing all that mess. But he is free. And our people, they probably found a very small amount of crack cocaine on them, and they're sitting in there from the crack epidemic all the way up until now. No, that judgment had to be put on his family for what he did. Oh yeah, illegal gun possession. Oh yeah, he done got caught with some. Hunter Biden has been caught doing so many illegal things. It's not even funny. And it just goes to show you that is the perfect example of privilege. Thank you, dark skinned brother, for the super sticker. That is white epitome. In fact, the he is the face of white privilege. If we could put a billboard up that describes white privilege, Hunter Biden would be the best mascot ever. And you notice not let's go back to the good white people. You notice none of them are saying anything about Hunter Biden, but if it's a black man, they'll be hooping and hollering for him to go to jail, but their crackheads can ride around out here and be free. Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it? But this, y'all, is nothing to get excited over. So you caused the problem. This government caused the problem, and now you want to dive in here and look like a hero. No, no. So, you want to be the villain in causing the epidemic in our community, and now you trying to come back and look like a hero. No. It's just like the exonerations, y'all. They caused an innocent man and woman from our community to go to jail in the first place for a crime they never committed, or in many cases, a made up crime, a crime that never happened, right? That even happened to Breonna Taylor, a crime that never happened that some cop cooked up in his head. They stay in there for decades. And the same people that put them in there for decades are the same ones getting them out for exonerations. And you want a pat on the back for that? No, that deserves no pat on the back. And this gesture deserves no pat on the back. My name, hold on, let me see that. I saw one. Let me pull these up because they're going by pretty fast, y'all. Cyber Dine, 100, thank you for the super chat. Tom Slick, we not listening to the CBC. They hold no weight here. Absolutely. Heat. She, her, thank you for the super sticker. And dark skinned brother, as usual, thank you. All right. And I got a few more here. Tariq, yup. My name is Tom Fentanyl, and I approve this message. Thank you for the super chat. And Cameron Charles, the hypocrisy and double standards are insane. That's why the opioid plague is here to stay. You got that right. You ain't never lie. Tempest, thank you for the super chat. Keep talking about it, Lisa. Thank you. Oh, yeah. We have gone through the worst of the worst, y'all, but just understand there is light at the end of this tunnel. This country has not been the same since the lockdown, and it's been on a steady decline ever since. And it's going to continue to go that way. Now, again, those of you that think astronomy is not important, yeah, I think many are going to change your mind when we step into the age of Aquarius, which we're not that far off from it at all. We're what, 19 days away from it. We're not that far off at all. You're going to see some big changes occur, not only in 2024, but 2024 and beyond. It is going to change dramatically up in here. They are barely hanging on to the top. And I really truly mean they are barely hanging on. Mhm. Let me see. I got a few more here. Rafa, thank you for the super chat. The white lion has landed on the American beach. Fall, Babylon, fall. Thank you. And Cindy Brooks, keep on speaking truth, Lisa. Thank you very much. And thank you also, Tempest, for the 2 super chats. Oh, yeah, but y'all just keep your head up. It is gonna change whether they like it or not. It's nothing they can do about the shift that is taking place on Earth. They can't stop it. All they can do, what do they really have in their bag of tricks, y'all? All they gonna do is act more unruly in the last days. So what? We already seen that from you. We already seen that from you in centuries. See, this is what happens when you bear all of your tricks. We know what to expect from you. We know to expect the worst of the worst from the same exact people. There's really no shock value at this point. Mhm. So, everybody, I want to thank you for being here. We'll definitely do this again. Now, I got the legal document from Jeffrey Epstein, the courts, but the problem is the names, they just got everybody as Jane Doe, John Doe, and they don't have the name. So I'm just waiting for a little more to get published. But I'm definitely going to do the list of Jeffrey Epstein as soon as everything is more clear. So that's why I'm just holding back a bit. So thank you everybody for being here, and just be on the lookout for other live streams that will be coming out real soon. Shalom, family.